Former acting DHS Deputy Secretary Ken Cuccinelli joins me now. Ken, I think what they did in that church, they'll start to lose public opinion. I think there'll be a turnaround if they do that kind of thing. What say you on this?
Yeah, I think you're right. It may have seemed like a great idea at the Antifa meeting, but the ordinary American doesn't support random threats to people worshiping God. That doesn't sit well in the United States of America, founded in part on religious freedom.
Exactly.
So I think you're right.
Okay, the DOJ is now investigating Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey over an alleged conspiracy to impede ICE agents. My question to you is this: is impeding federal agents at work a federal crime?
It is. It's actually a felony when those federal agents are enforcing immigration law. And you'll recall last year, two judges, one in Massachusetts and one in Wisconsin, state judges, were arrested and convicted of exactly this kind of behavior, perhaps not exactly the same way as Tim Walz and Mayor Frey, but you couldn't say there's any more well-respected position in government than judges, and yet two judges were properly convicted of obstructing immigration enforcement. So there's every reason to think that if Walz and Frey have done more than just talk, but helped organize, then they could be convicted of the same kind of offense.
Got it. Democrats are rallying around the idea of abolishing ICE. Listen to this.
We are seeing horrifying videos of ICE agents battering down people's doors without a warrant, racially profiling people on the street, busting in car windows and trying to intimidate and suppress the First Amendment rights.
And so when I look and I say, and I will say it loud and proud because the DH secretary had a few choice words for me, but this looks like modern day slave patrols.
Asking for people's papers, breaking into people's cars and homes in scenes that evoke Nazi Germany or Stalinist Russia.
The one place where we thought we would never experience this is the U.S. states.
Well, abolishing ICE, let's go to the heart of their argument. Abolishing ICE. I don't think that's politically popular, Ken.
No, it absolutely is not. Every American has a different comfort level with different levels of aggressiveness of immigration enforcement. But the idea of enforcing immigration law is a 70-30, 80-20 idea in the United States. And ICE is who does that. And they do it very, very well. If you look at nobody's perfect, right? If you look at their error rate, it is so far below 1% that any other government agency that performed this accurately, we would be astonished. Frankly, we probably wouldn't even believe it. But ICE does their job that well. And they do it in an environment, as your reporter showed, that is very difficult by the day. They're individually targeted, at least they're attempted to be targeted, all while enforcing laws that, by the way, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and Joe Biden voted for these laws in 1996. That's what's being enforced.
I can see it coming to New York. The Democratic Socialists of America are reportedly organizing a large-scale effort in New York to train thousands of activists to counter ICE. Here it comes. I just don't like the sound of that, Ken.
No, I don't like the sound of that. It's not new for the Democrat Socialists of America. What's new for the Democrat Socialists of America is the mayor of New York City is now one of them. And so their entire organization has been getting a lot more attention. But we've seen the training manuals and so forth of the how to fight ICE. The fact of the matter is, if those get used, which statistically they're likely to at some point, then you have yourself not just one incident of assaulting an ICE officer, you have a massive conspiracy where an awful lot more people could go to jail.
Indeed. Ken Cuccinelli, thanks for being with us this morning. We appreciate it, always. Thanks so much, sir.
Good to be with you.